Hi guys, I'm Christian Williams. We're here at Prime Fitness in JVC. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a core and abdominal workout for a beginner, intermediate and advanced. Having a strong, well-developed core is very important for a number of things. It can improve your strength, power, stability, lower the risk of injury, not to mention looks pretty good at the beach. The abdominals are made up of the rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, the external obliques. The core muscles also make up the rectus abdominis, which we call the six-pack, the internal and external obliques, the pelvic floor, diaphragm, erectus spinae and multifidus. All these work together as a unit to protect the spine and ensure you're injury-free, not to mention give you power and strength. The frequency of your abdominal and core training will all depend on your goal, function and demand. Personally, in the off-season, I don't tend to do core training very often because my weight training program is very intense and heavy. I feel a lot of demand in this area anyway. Plus, when I'm eating a lot of food, I don't want my core or my abdominals to get any wider. When I'm dieting for competition, I'm trying to lean out, I do abdominal and core training every other day. Usually in the morning after my fasted cardio, when my stomach's empty, I feel like I get the best contraction. But that's what works for me. You find out what works for you and best suits your goal, function and need. Although if you're engaging your core correctly in general activity, day-to-day tasks, this can be very beneficial for making sure your core is safe, strong and effective. By isolating and targeting it and using some of the programs I've designed, it can ensure this is a faster improvement in that area. So, hope you enjoy, hope you can learn something from today. Keep watching, keep training, let's go. So I'm joined here today with Carly, who's going to be my assistant, demonstrating the movements as I talk you through them. So this first program is going to be for just starting up in the gym, or you haven't got much time and you want to get that core stability. These 4 exercises can definitely help improve that area. So first we're going to start laying on the mat. So if you can lay on the mat, please. We're going to do an abdominal crunch. A very easy movement, even if you've got any back issues. You want to keep your feet flat on the floor. You want to position your hands by the side of your head. Now you'll see a lot of people, they'll pull on the back of their head. By doing this, you just cause a lot of strain in the neck. So, every exercise you do for the abdominals, you want to breathe all the air in and suck the diaphragm in. So breathe in, and as you crunch up into the curl, you're going to breathe out and crunch through the abs. So crunch up. Yes, perfect. Keep going. Breathing out. Good. Now as you can see, Carly there is doing a great demonstration. She's holding the contraction at the top, which is perfect. If you struggle to hold that contraction, that's fine. You just go where it's comfortable for you. Remember, everybody's at their own level. It's just finding it and trying to improve from there. Very good. Breathing out and suck your stomach in as you blow the air out. Perfect, excellent, well done. Okay, the next movement we're going to do is going to be a reverse crunch. Now this is going to work more the lower abdominals, whereas the crunch works more the upper abdominals. So we're going to start with our legs flat. And again, you have to be very careful with this movement. You don't arch your lower back too much. So if that's happening, you can put your hands underneath your bum just to stop arching too much. You're going to keep your stomach flat again. Breathe all the air in. Pull your knees into your chest with your feet off the floor. And then we're going to straighten our legs back out. Good. Breathe out. Pull in. Good there. And back out. Perfect. Excellent. Nice and controlled as you can see. And back out. Now Carly's got a very strong core, so she can hold her legs out very well. Pull in. But if you're a beginner, this might be a challenge. So just go out and in. If going out all the way is too challenging, just go as far as you can and back in. You might just get to this level. Come out, there, and back in. And that's fine. Remember, it's your starting point. And relax. Well done. Okay, the next movement we're going to do is one that targets more the core. Like I said, the core muscles are the front, the back, the lower and upper, and they all work as a unit. So if you can flip around on your front for me, please. We're going to do a plank hold. Very effective and very good for strengthening that area. So it's important you keep your hands apart. I would say around 10 inches apart maybe. Good, you're keeping your body off the floor. Slight bend in the knees. And remember, again, you're pulling that stomach in. Hold it there. Good. Keep your head up a little bit so everything's nice and neutral in line. And you're pulling that stomach into your spine and trying to create that vacuum. Try and hold it for as long as you can. Aim for around 30 seconds before you relax, and then repeat. And relax. Well done. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, the fourth exercise we're going to do is going to require a Swiss ball or gym ball, exercise ball, whatever you want to call it. This is great if you've got any lower back issues. So laying on the floor sometimes can be too much of a challenge. So we're going to start with an abdominal crunch on the gym ball. So if you position yourself. Good. So you're going to be sat. The more you sit towards the edge of the ball, the more weight your body's going to be under. So if it's too hard, just go back. Find a comfortable position for you. Okay. And again, we're going to repeat exactly what we did on the floor. So your stomach's pulled in, and you're going to roll yourself up. Remembering not to hold on the back of the head, but keeping your hands by the side of the head. Breathing out. Good. Another thing to point out and remember is make sure the surface is nice and stable. The last thing you want to do is slip out from beneath you and fall on the floor. So breathe out. Crunching up. Good. Back down. And again, you find that comfortable position for you and try and improve from it. Excellent. And relax. So there we did 4 movements that you can use in your routine if you're a beginner. Ideally, maybe 2 sets of each, around 15 reps, resting around 45 seconds in between before you move on to the next movement. If these are becoming less of a challenge, my advice would be to move on to the next stage of the program, or the next program on the website, which is the intermediate core workout, which I'm going to take you through now. Come with me. Okay, so we're going to move on to the intermediate section for your core and abdominal training. A little bit more advanced, and I've paired up some exercises in a superset fashion to really stress that area more. The first one is going to be a sit-up combined with a crunch. Very similar to the crunch that we did previously. Now we're using a sit-up machine here, or sit-up bench. If your gym doesn't have one or you're training at home, that's fine. You can just do it on the floor. So if you start in position, Carly, once again. Very good. Now you can set this up at different levels depending on your ability. So if you lay back. And once again, we're going to always keep a hand here. Good. So we're going to breathe in and suck the stomach in. We're going to breathe out as we roll ourselves up into a ball and come to a full contraction. Good. And then roll back down, keeping the stomach in throughout. Back up. Very good. Good. So it's important to keep the exercise very controlled. If you come to explosive up, what's going to happen is you're going to start pulling with your hip flexors and your rectus femoris muscles. But the target we want is in the abdominals. So we're going to aim for around 15 reps here. And then once you've completed that, we're going to go straight into a crunch. So if you just lay back, breathe out, just crunches now. There, back down. Perfect. Good. Back up. Good. Crunching up. Working more of the top abdominals. Breathing out. Good. There we go. Good. Keep crunching. Very good. So by doing this order, what we're doing, we're using a very tough exercise, or, you know, a very tougher exercise, I should say, a sit-up, and we combine it with a less intense movement, which is a crunch. That way we can take the body to fatigue and then a little bit further beyond. Okay, well done. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to move on. We're going to do some hanging leg raises. Well done. Now, I've already designed these plans in an order to fit intermediates, beginners, or advanced. You find out what works for you. If something is too intense, cut it out. And if it's not intense enough, add something in. We're going to start with an hanging leg raise. Although you can usually do this from hanging position, we're going to use this machine here. So we're going to combine an hanging leg raise where our legs come straight. It's a very challenging movement. And we're going to combine now with a reverse crunch. So hanging, reverse crunch, similar to what we did on the floor earlier. So Carly's going to demonstrate an hanging leg raise here. Very effective for working the lower abs. So what I would suggest first of all is you lay your body hang. You want to be as still as you can and you pull your stomach in. Try and keep your lower back pressed into the pad. You don't want too much of an arch. We're going to come up straight. 1, good. Very good. 2, 2. Very good. We're going to go 4 reps. Ideally, you want to aim for around 15, but today is just demonstrations. Good. 1 more. Breathing out, pulling that stomach in. Perfect, and relax. Now we're going to go straight in. If you need a little rest, that's fine. The next movement we're going to go in is a reverse hanging crunch. So you're going to go back into position. Again, stomach in tight. Pulling up with your knees and back down. Again, Carly's got a very strong core, so she's holding every contraction. If you're struggling to hold, that's fine. Just work towards it. Down slow. 1 more. Good. Excellent. Like I said, it's very important on all core movements that you really pull the abdominals into your core, into your spine. So everything works as a unit. Then you crunch. Okay, we're going to move on. Well done. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move on to some cable Russian twists. Very effective to work the core muscles, the abdomen muscles, and also the external obliques. We're going to start with a cable Russian twists, and then we're going to superset with a wood chop. Like I said, very good exercise to work this area. So it's important that you set the cable so it's in line with your torso. So it's out, the most stress is going there. We're going to position ourselves out so there's constant tension on the cables. Take a grasp of the weight. Keep your feet shoulder width apart, yeah? And keep them anchored down. Now we're going to rotate through the core, keeping our head locked forward and keeping our hips forward. Back down, breathe in. Remember, keep the stomach in, breathe out on the way up. Good, excellent. Back down and breathing out. Very good. Good, you should be able to control the movement. If you can't, it's too heavy and your shoulder muscles will tend to take the load. There we go, 1 more, breathing out. And walk it back in. And relax. Excellent, now we're going to superset that with a wood chop, which is slightly higher and it works a little bit lower down on the external obliques. Same position. This time you're going to go from high and chop down low. Crunching on them abdomen, yeah, on them obliques. So Carly's going to breathe out as she comes down low towards her knee. Good, and then back up nice and control. Breathe in, breathe out, chop. And the entire time she's pulling her stomach in. Now obviously she can go a lot heavier than this, but it's not about the weight, it's about the control and where you get that weight to target. In this case, it's this direction and this area. Breathing out. 1 more. Chop it down. Very good. And do 1 more, but put a little bit of a bend in it. So to make it a little bit more advanced, we can crunch down. 1 more. Very good. How do you feel? Feel that? Yeah. Good. So my advice would be is to do a set of each. So Russian twists, center of the body, wood chops from high to low, then a little rest, maybe 45 seconds, and then move on to the other side. Repeat this movement for maybe 3 sets, 15 reps of each, before moving on to the next exercises in this program. Okay? Okay, next movement we're going to do, very effective for strengthening the core, because the stability is going to be less, because we're using a gym ball or Swiss ball. We're going to do a gym ball plank hold, and we're going to hold that for around 30 seconds. Then we're going to do a gym ball plank rollout. So we're going to stretch the ball out. It's going to create a lot more tension in the abdomen and core. It's going to be a very challenging movement to perform, but very effective too. Carly's going to demonstrate again. She's doing well. Okay, so once again, the further towards the ball you are, the more stress you're going to be in there. The closer on the ball you are, the easier it's going to be. So you determine what's best for you. Good, drop down, and again, she's pulling her stomach nice and in tight, and we're holding it. Now, as you can see on the gym ball, the stability is not so good. So if I do this, Carly's under more stress. So that's the benefit of doing it on the gym ball as opposed to on the floor. We're gonna hold that for around 50, just come out a little bit more, there. Now we're gonna go into rollouts. We're gonna go 5 reps, right? So roll out, keep this nice and strong, back in. So you can see they're just very small movements. Back out, back in. Good, back out, keep that core tight, back in, back out, 1 more, 1 more, and relax. Very good. How was that? Is that tough? You haven't done this before? Very good. Well, did a great job. So like I said, it's very challenging movement. It's why it's towards the end of the workout as well. The rep range I've designed are just a target. You work towards them. If you can't do 15 reps, that's fine. You do 5, you do 6, you do whatever you can do. The objective is that you're always trying to do more. And once you get to 15 comfortable reps, and this workout is quite easy, then you move on to the more advanced stage. Now, we got different levels here. As Carly saw, she did a great job, but we can go out further. So if I show you now, if we can just step aside. If we're in this position, this small move might not be enough, but then we can go out further. We could even make it a little bit harder and go up on our hands. This is, again, it's going to create a bigger lever, which is going to lead to more stress in the core. So once again, you find what's better for you. You come to your level, your comfort level, you push a little bit beyond, and you try and improve every time. Okay, if you've been following so far, as you can see, the exercises get a little bit harder. We're now going to move on to the advanced workouts, which once again, they go up another level. So we're going to use the sit-up bench here, again, but because it's the advanced stage, we're going to just take it up a level, once I can find, just to make it a little bit steeper. Okay, we're going to combine 4 different movements in this first workout. It's going to be a sit-up, it's going to be a reverse crunch, it's going to be a crunch, and an hanging leg raise. Very good for working the upper and lower abs and combine them all together. Like I said, this stage is for more advanced lifters or core trainers. We're going to combine all movements in a superset fashion and only rest once we completed every exercise. So the first movement Carly's going to demonstrate once again is going to be a sit-up. Aim for the rep range that I put together, which is around 15. We're going to do around 5. So I don't want to work it too hard. Nah, because it's just demonstration. Okay, once again, hands by the side of your head. Breathe in and breathe out as you crunch and crunch your abs down. 1, a little bit steeper, so it's going to be more challenging. You find what level is best for you. Good. Very good. Good. 1 more. Keep our stomach tight. Good. All the way up and spin around now. That's it. Now we're going to move on to some reverse crunches. So that's the first movement. We go straight into the next. So we can do them here. So you're going to hold on, legs flat, and you're going to pull your knees into your chest. Again, by doing the reverse crunches on a decline bench, it's going to be a little bit more resistance. So legs out straight. Once again, pull your stomach in. And we're going to pull them knees into our chest. Pull in on them lower abs. Breathe in. 1. Good. Up. 2. Good. Making sure this isn't arching too much. And that stomach's nice and flat. 3. 2 more. 1. Pull them in. 1 more. Very good. And relax. Excellent. Now we're going to go back on to the sit-up position and we're going to do crunches. I said very effective for working the upper abs, these are. And by this time, by doing 15 reps on both exercises, you're going to be very stressed and challenged. Okay, down. Breathe in. Give me 5 good crunches. 1. Up. 2. Yes. Up. 3. Good. Up. 4. Good. Up. 5. 1 more. Good. Okay. Well done. Excellent. Up. Okay, that was 6. We're going to move straight on and we're going to do some hanging leg raises. Now you can choose to do these with your legs straight out or with your knees bent, depending on where you are. I think for today we'll go with the knees bent, right? Okay, let's go straight into it. Up. 1. Good. Up. 2. Yes. Good. Up. 3. Good. Making sure this isn't arching too much and the stomach's in nice and tight. 4. 1 more. And we're going to hold it. Yes, good set. And relax. Yes, good job. Okay, that's tough, yeah? So now we can rest. We've done 4 movements back to back. Now we get rest around 45 seconds, then we go again. Ideally repeating these exercises 3 times before moving on to the next column or block in this program. Okay, so we're moving on to the next workout, which is going to target, like I said, the upper arms, lower arms, and generally all over core. First movement's going to be a cable crunch, which is really effective for working the abdominals. Then we're going to superset that with a hanging knee raise, and then we're going to combine that with a V-sit. Very effective and it's very challenging. Carly, once again, is going to demonstrate all three exercises. So we're going to start with a cable, a decent weight that's going to be enough to challenge you. A little bit wider with your feet. Perfect. Slight bend on the knees. Good. Now crunch in, roll in, and then straighten your back out. Good. Keep your hands more by the side of your head. Good. Roll it right down. Good. So as you can see here, Carly's back, it's rolling in, and then it's straightening there. It's crunching in. She's got very little movement through the legs. It's all in the abdominal. Once again, she's pulling that core in tight, crunching down, breathing in on the way up, and breathing out. Do two more. Breathe out. One more. Good. Okay. Excellent. Very effective. Just be careful you don't swing too much or you use too much weight that other muscles are coming in. You want to make sure them abdominals are isolated. Imagine you're laying flat on the floor like we did at the start doing an abdominal crunch. You want to be keeping the stomach tight. That back doesn't want to arch too much. You want to be breathing out as you crunch up. The next movement we're going to do is going to be hanging leg raise. Now Carly's going to have some assistance getting up. If you're struggling in that area, you can get in touch with me and require my services. Okay, let's go. We starting this one? Yeah, I'll help you up, yeah? 3, 2, 1. Okay, okay. 3, 2, up. Okay, hanging down, pull them knees up. 1, yes, good. Now, as you can see, because we hang in, there's going to be a tendency to swing. So your objective is to control, keep the tension, stop those swinging back and forth. All this is going to help work the core and keep it stable. There we go. Give me 2 more. Breathing out, pull that stomach in. Perfect. 1 more. And down softly. Bend the knees. Yes, excellent. Third movement we're going to do is going to be a V-sit. So we can use any bench. You can also use the floor if needed. We're going to go from here with our legs out straight. Good. Now you can hold onto the seat or choose not to hold, depending. Legs out straight. Now we're going to lift the legs and lift your body together. Pull the knees into your chest. Up. Yes, good. So as you can see, she's opening herself out and crunching in. Every time her stomach's in, she's pulling on them obliques and them abdominals and working them hard. Very good. Keep going. If you want to make this exercise more challenging, just keep the legs a little bit straighter. Good? Yep. Okay, well done. Good. So they 3. It's very tough. You've had a tough day. She's done all 3 programs, so it's coming to the end and she's tired. Very good. So there are another 3 good movements you can do. Very good for, like I said, strengthening the core, helping that abdominal development. We're going to move on now. We're going to do the last in the section, which could be the most challenging, but very effective for strengthening that core. Okay, so we move on to the last section. The core stability work, very challenging. I've combined 3 different movements. They're going to really challenge you and help you progress and move on and create that solid strength in the core as well as defined abdominals. But if it's too much of a challenge, treat every exercise as itself and rest a little bit before moving on. So the first movement we're going to do is going to be a gym ball. Where's my gym ball? Rollout. So we're going to go into a plank hold again, like we did previously in the intermediate part of this program. Good, going back into the position. Okay, hold it there. We're going to do 5 rollouts. I want you to do 15, but Carly's going to demonstrate 5. Rollout. Again, keeping this abdomen, don't come in so much. Up, she's in there. That's okay. As you can see, you need a lot of stability here, which is going to challenge the core. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. Good. And relax. So that was the first movement. Very challenging. Like we said, we're only doing a few reps. I want you to aim to do around 15. If this was our training program, or as if this was our workout, we would do a lot more. But today the objective is just to demonstrate to you so you can implement into your own routine. The next movement we're going to do is going to be a plank hold. So we're going to go into the plank position, but then we're going to do a reach out. So hold the position, which is going to create more resistance through the core and make it more challenging. The objective is to keep the body nice and straight as you reach out to the side. Let's reach to the left and back in, and reach to the right. Back in. Left, right. Good. Nice and controlled. As you can see, it's a very challenging move. Good. 2 more. The plan is to keep this stable. 1 more, and then hold the plank. And relax for me. Good. So that's a plank hold, reach out. Like I said, you're creating more tension. The further your hand comes away from you, the more resistance your core is under, and the more challenging it becomes. Okay? Very good. Okay, the last movement in this workout, or tricep, is going to be a gym ball jackknife. Very effective, but very challenging as well. So Carly's going to demonstrate this movement. Bear in mind, before today, today is the first time Carly's actually practicing this movement. So if you're one of them people and you haven't done this before, make sure you listen in and make sure you work to your own ability as well. Okay, we're going to start in a press-up position, and we're going to position our feet on the ball. Good, just hold the position once you're there. Now firstly, what you want to do is just get used to the instability and the balance it requires just to hold that position before you pull yet. Then we're going to lift our bum, keeping our stomach pulled in, and back down. Good, back up, and back down. Back up, good, keep your stomach in, do 2 more. Good, 1 more, and relax. Very effective, very good. How was that? Very good. Good job. First time doing this movement. Like you said, depending on what level you're at. Today we're trying to show a lot of movements for all abilities. So this movement here, I'll just demonstrate now. The objective is to try and get up as high as you can. Get your bum lifted towards the ceiling, whilst pulling your abdomen nice and tight. So again, we go back into a position, and we get the balance and stability of the ball. So I'm feeling uncertainty, and I'm contracting my core as I speak to make sure that ball doesn't slip out of my way. Then I can pull in, nice and high, and then down nice and slow. Breathe in, breathe out, nice and slow. Again, if this is quite advanced, you could do like a reverse crunch. So you're just pulling your knees in, or you could do a jackknife, but just coming up as high as you can, or as high as you are comfortably coming up. Okay, so that's our workout today. How do you feel? Good. Yeah, it worked. So today I've taken you through a lot of different movements. As you can see, there are many exercises to stress your core, help challenge your core, and help strengthen your core. But if you want to see good definition in your abdominals and really showcase all that hard work you're putting in, these workouts need to be combined with a solid diet that's going to help you chip away the fat and reveal that rock hard 6-pack. So thanks again for watching it. Thanks again, my assistant, for coming in. I'm Christian Williams. Remember to train hard, train smart, but train with purpose to progress and move forward.